everyone, this is Sado, and I'm about to stream this game live. As you can see, this is a tournament game, and the teams have already picked a map. This is a game between the grade 2 and 300 FPS. So as you can see, Richland, Nibenai and TFF were the maps.
Hey, wake up!
Oops. Oh, for a second.
Hey, wake up!
Okay, so for the break, so Richland, Nibenai and TFF were banned by the Great, while 300 FPS banned New Horizon, Hateful, and Wall of Justice. And the last map to be banned was Iron and Gold. So Eruption 8P is the map that they're gonna play.
Sound muted.
Okay, the game still didn't start. Hopefully it will soon. So we're still waiting for 3 players. We can see the Great will play on the left. Locations 1, 2, 4 and 5, while the other logs are played by by 300 FPS. Hold on for a second, I'll try to make the sound silent. Okay, it should work. One, one, two, one, one, two. One, two, one, two. I think it should be fine.
Hey, wake up. Hey, wake up.
Okay, Max B is back, so I'm guessing it's about to begin.
Hey, wake up.
Okay, we need to disable the poke sounds as well. Pretty annoying. Okay, where is it? Okay, there we go. So the players have started. So we're about to witness at least 10 if not more minutes of completely nothing happening in this game. So I will try to use that time to talk a bit about the tournament and how it goes right now, the situation in the groups, and then I'll talk a bit about my expectations about this game, and we'll try to find a bit more topics, I guess. To everyone who watches my streams for the first time, if there's someone like this, please keep in mind that this stream is using a 30-minute delay because we don't want to encourage the teams to cheat by watching their enemies on stream. That's why we have a delay. It's necessary. It's evil, I know, but necessary. This is really bad for me because I can't really respond to whatever is in chat unless I just start writing. So maybe before I say anything about the tournament, let's start with a formal introduction of the teams. Starting from the left top, Jeronimo, Stefan the Great, Cytla and Martin. While on the right side logs we have John Rambo, also known as Coaches 12, one of most well-known map makers, the creator of Cruise Ravine, Shadow Realm and Golden Cliffs. Jaskinia Trolli, his another name, you might know him, is Jachu. Pretty good Polish player, a bit inactive these days. I'm quite a bit surprised to see him in this game. That's a nice comeback. He's on the reserve list of the 300 FPS team, so he's playing instead of browaar today. Mexican B and his counterpart Mexican T are playing the two bottom blocks in the right side team. So what's the situation in the group? Maybe let's take a look at Jaskinia for now. From what I remember, both these teams won their games against RA4, which was the third team in their group, Group D. And I remember we streamed... actually, we streamed both games. The 300 FPS versus RA4 happened not too long ago. I think it was the previous game we streamed here. It was played on the Final Frontier, and it was a magnificent showcase of the power of the players from 300 FPS, especially Mexican T and Coaches 12 and also browaar had amazing armies. Most surprising for me, however, was how Coaches had pretty nice army, because I didn't see him play since quite some time, and I was kind of expecting him to be a bit rusty. But he handled the previous game very well. Was the highlight of the game. Still, RA4 lost mainly because of a mistaken fight, I think. They would have had a chance. Not a great one, because 300 FPS had a lot of spam. Oops, sorry about this. But they made a mistake in the fight, just like I pointed it out on the stream. Anyway, I don't remember that much about the previous game, the first game in this group, which was the Great 2 versus RA4. But I remember it was played on Richland, and it ended up with the Great attacking quite shortly after peacetime. They attacked the power lock. I remember Jeronimo walking into the power lock troops and destroying that army, maybe along with the rest of his team. So the position of RA4 wasn't the best there, even if the troops were actually looking better from what I remember. So yeah, that's the situation in Group D. So basically both these teams are sure that they will advance to the next round. But now the question is who will play against who? And speaking of that, from my information from the tournament organizers, I know that next phase will look like this. The first place from Group A will play against the second place from Group B, and it will be similar for the other groups. And for the first place from Group B, who will have to face the second one, the second team from Group A. And similar situation will be with Group C and D. So you can't meet someone from Group C or D if you're in Group A or B right now, until the final game, from what I understand at least. So this game is about who plays against who, and the situation in Group C after all the 3 games have been played is pretty clear. Facewell has won both games against both RA1 and RA3, and in the I'm not sure if there's an English expression for this kind of games, like there probably is, but whatever, let's call it a civil war in RA clan, in the game between both RA clans. The RA1 team has won, quite expectedly I'd say. So right now, after all the games in Group C, Facewell has won the group and RA1 was in the second place. So Facewell will play against the loser from the game we're looking at right now, and RA1 should play against the winner. So it's probably kind of obvious that these teams would probably prefer to win this game, so they can avoid the winners from Group C, Facewell. Even if I really think that both teams that advanced from Group C were like together on a higher level than similar pairs from other groups. Actually, I'll be honest, I was pretty sure Facewell should be in the first bracket in the drawing, judging from what I know about their skill, and I wasn't that surprised to see them win the group. While in the other groups, the situation is a bit more clear regarding who is better or worse. So, for example, in Group B, where my team GW played with RA2 and Beer, there's been only one game here, pretty interesting one, Beer versus GW, and we're still trying to arrange a game between RA2 and GW, and Beer has the same problem right now, so can't say much about how it will go in this group yet. But if the games will be played, then they might be quite interesting. I think Beer is better than RA2, and they should probably win, at least theoretically. But as you probably saw in our game stream, when Grey Warden played against Beer, we really had a chance. And I like to remind that to everyone I know. Okay, let's change the topic. So yeah, but RA2 versus our team could be a pretty interesting game. Still, I think on paper they should have better armies. So it could be a tough game for us. About Group A, there's been only one game played there as well, from what I know. Eastar versus the Great. So Eastar is on the first place, and the Great is on the second, I guess. Not sure about the Cats clan because they didn't play any game, but I guess we'll see what happens in the next few days. There's still plenty of time. There's a week, I think, until 15th May. Well, they can still play these games. Anyway, going back to the game we're looking at right now, we're 15 minutes into the game. So, what are the chances here? Honestly, on paper, 300 FPS is more scary, that's for sure. After the last game, they proved that they have Mexican B on decent level, and the three other guys were on a really good level. I'd call them untouchable even. But there's a great mystery on how Jachu will play today. Can't see anything bad so far. It's still quite early. But anyway, like I said, the 2 out of 3 best players in this team are playing in 300 FPS today. So this might give the Great a bit more chance, and it would be if browaar was here. But still, I think we can expect from Jachu a solid 30-38 horses, something like this. Is definitely something he can do easily when he's in form. We'll see if he is. I remember from the first game that Stefan's team, the Great, made the spam tactic, and it's probably something they really like a lot. You could see Stefan playing pikes and bowman, for example, a lot of times. Kind of known for this in the community. So they might try to do again what they did last time. I don't remember exactly what they had. I remember Jeronimo had pikes too. Maybe the entire team had it. So far, there's no sign of stables in. Yeah, but it's still quite early. I don't think the right side has stables either, so it's still pretty early to decide what they might want to do. I'm pretty sure the right side will make normal kinds of armies, no tricks from them. Let's take a look at Jachu. His code production seems to be running. Someone's lagging? Not me. Has some woodcutters and is making more. So I think the wood should be fine. Yeah, this one is still cutting a bit. and the one on the bottom is cutting already as well. I mean, it's built already, so it should be fine. Still no win. Interesting. That's quite late. Quite late. You can see he's trying to make a road to the iron mine first, and then sending the builders to finish this building. Interesting idea. But it will most likely ensure that this road is ready before the inn is finished. Which might make the serfs start traveling with resources here. So the builders will have something to do in the meantime when they're waiting for serfs to be available again and start using the roads. I mean, sorry, start bringing the stones for the builders to make roads. He's got pretty nice road work so far, by the way. I like it. There's a roundabout here, which seems to be working not too bad, connecting the core of the city. Of course, he'll need a bit more. Most likely gonna connect this now. Measuring the buildings here. Okay, maybe let's take a look at Jeronimo. Some wood problems? Seems so. Oh, not sure, but he needs the second sawmill. It's not too good, but it's almost there. But his inn is even more late than Jachu's has. Jachu's was, I mean. You can see he's seeding for quite some fields. It's a strange way to build fields, by the way, unless he wants to make a bit more here later, which I think is the case. Okay, how about wood? Not that bad. Should be fine for a minute. He'll be able to cut this soon, I think. Just cut down most of the trees there, and he's still cutting these. Yeah, it's pretty similar to what Jachu has. Might need a shortcut. Look at this. Ah, but it's... Oh, okay, never mind. The traffic jam is here because the inn was made so late. Quite interesting to see 26, 25 being the numbers of serfs and laborers. Laborers? Laborers? I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Maybe let's just call them builders. But anyway, it's pretty uncommon to see the same number of them. While everyone knows that you should need a bit more serfs than builders, especially when you have to do some stuff different than helping builders. Just look at it, like the serfs are bringing lots of stuff, so it doesn't work that way, like one builder, one serf. It can't work that way, really. So most players will make a few more serfs. So I'm not exactly sure if I understand the way he's making it. Let's take a look at Mexican tea. His iron production is already working. This seems a bit faster than what both players we saw before had. Yeah, it seems pretty nice. Making the swine farms ready. 4 farms are running, which is already better than some of the others.
Channel switched.
Okay, just hold on for a second. Maybe I'll show you Maxby's base in the meantime. Okay, search for the break. I like the way Maxby is building. Oops, sorry. You can see a bit less farms, they're a bit slower than what Maxi had, but they might be fine. Made a bit more fields, so they'll be working like he made 4 at the same time, more or less. No problems with wood. Doesn't seem too slow. He might want to make barracks soon. And a bit more farms wouldn't hurt either. Yeah, but he definitely needs a second swine farm. And how about the coal? Oh, okay. He's missing one guy here. Seems like he noticed. Oh, interesting. Doesn't make the second gold's mine. It might be a costly mistake, and I'm pretty sure it's not because he made a decision like this, more like he forgot about it. And this would be a pretty big mistake. Okay, I didn't have a proper look at Max's base, so I'll do it quickly before going to the left side. Anyway, I know this answer will be 30 minutes late, but Senti, there's no chat visible because it doesn't make sense to have chat visible when all you can see is something which is like written 30 minutes before before this point of time. So I decided I will not show chat to tournament games because it doesn't make sense at all. If there was no delay, then sure, but since there's a delay, there's not much we can do, I guess. Anyway, you can see the Swine fans producing quite some stuff. The stable's almost ready, and almost all the iron mines are built. There's not that much stuff left to be built in this base. I see some slight problems with wood, however. Can't believe he has only 2 sawmills. But it's not my mistake. This is strange. Why did he make only 2? There's 25 minutes till peacetime and he doesn't even try to make the 3rd one yet. This is pretty strange. I mean, he can do this. You can see he built a lot of buildings without the 3rd one. But I can't really believe he's... I mean, he's not really planning to go no ladder or something. Maybe it'll still be fine. He doesn't build a lot at the same time. And he was gathering wood in the storehouse for some time. So up until now he had enough. Another problem is that it doesn't seem like the sawmills have anything to work on. I mean, they have something, but not that much. Not that many tree trunks are being brought here. They start cutting here, I think, right now. They're already cutting these trees as well. Okay. Let's take a look at Martin. The base looks pretty chaotic, and for the farms, lots of farm fields. I don't really understand this, but he's probably cutting down these trees and plans to make a farm there, but it will be quite late. I'll just make the woodcutter somewhere else, like somewhere here. I don't know, because he's wasting the opportunities he has here. Well. Might be good time to make the 3rd swine farm or 1st stables. Oh crap. Can you guys see what I can see? Seems like someone is making a terrible mistake. I'm just hoping he'll see it in time, because you can see he doesn't have a connection to this road. There are a few problems which might result from this. First is that gold mine will not work, and you already can see the influence of this problem on his performance. So this must have been this problem must have been here since quite some time. The second problem is that these 3 buildings will not be built on time, and since one of these buildings is barracks, then Martin's situation is really bad. This is one of most terrible mistakes I've seen on this level in quite some time. He still doesn't see it. I mean, isn't it interesting that these buildings don't get any resources at all? Of course, I'm laughing at him right now a bit, but I've made this mistake a few times myself, so maybe I shouldn't. It's something easy to be missed. I'm really curious when he will notice. This is pretty bad. Not a lot of stairs, by the way, but they're standing still, which should give him... Oh, yeah, exactly. I think that's what he needed to notice. Like, yeah, come on. Okay. I'm just hoping he can catch up in 20 minutes, but it's quite unlikely. Let's see, Max B again. I remember he was having some problems I've been talking about, but... was it himself, really? I'm not sure which of these players. Okay, sorry. Just responding to chat anyway. I don't see many problems here. Wood seems fine right now. Pretty good wood actually. Only 6 woodcutters, but you can see he has plenty. He had a problem with gold mine being late. This is a small problem, however. If I were himself, maybe I'd think about making the third gold smelter, but he can live without it. He'll be a bit short on recruits, by the way. I have no idea why. Well, you can forget stuff like this, for example, but I've never understood why people have problems with gold. We're looking at Jachu's base. Will be a quick look though, because I wanted to cover the bases in the middle from the left side, so let's be quick. Farms look fine, plenty of wood, yeah, should be fine. Ladder is already working. I don't think he's gonna have problems in this game, at least from the first look. Let's see Stefan. Oh, interesting layout of the city. Plenty of people walking here. I think he just made his barracks recently. Yeah, they're bringing it from above, and there's no buildings making these weapons above this point of the base. So these barracks must have been just built. 5 farms, not too many, but like I kind of predicted, He's not interested in the horses really. Likes them both. And some lances if I was correct. This seems like a lance. Nah, it's a pike. Let's take a look at Cytla. There's plenty of fish. Oh, interesting. Isn't he stealing from his brother? But his brother doesn't have fishermen. Oh. Interesting arrangement. Plenty of space left here. It's quite a strange layout. You can see woodcutters inside the city, which I really despise. Swine farms here, farms around the base. This is pretty strange. I have no idea why he's building like this. Yeah, I love having microphone problems. One, two, three. Whoops. It used to work better. I don't know what's happening. Okay. Let's try to... One, two, three, one, two, three. One, two, three, one, 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 one. Oh, okay. Sorry about the mic. If there were any problems. Anyway, so yeah, I don't really like the layout of this base. Seems kind of weird. Everything's scattered. There's a lot of buildings that just don't make sense. This layout doesn't make sense at all. On this log, I try to... Well, I'm not sure why he's not using this space. To make the base smaller. Like, make the wine farms and the leather production here, and the base would be a lot smaller already. Also, nobody really uses these gold mines, so it's quite surprising, and it's interesting. He doesn't have gold problems. I mean, he has, but not a big one. It's working quite well, I see. But just look at the road they have to go around. If you're doing something like this, it won't hurt to make a shortcut here. Just look how much shorter the way would be. But yeah, like I said, everyone makes the gold mines on at the bottom mountain, so it's quite interesting to see that Cytla has decided to go top. And also, like I said, some of the buildings should have been made on the bottom instead. I'd probably only make some woodcutters in this area. Probably quite suitable for this. And yeah, if you want to build like this, maybe make the farms here if you have to. Even if I'd probably even put the farms here instead in this area and make the leather production here, then making some woodcutters there, some later here, and some here, something like this. You can see it's not really compact. It's kind of working, but you can see it's not too impressive. Maybe I'm mistaken though, we'll see at peacetime. Okay, we didn't invade Jeronimo's base for some time, so maybe let's see what happens here. It's a bit more impressive. I like the layout a lot more, even if the roads could be a bit better in some places. Like, just look at this. It's quite a bad mistake. As you can see, there's no road from top to bottom other than this one and this one, and you can see both of them are having traffic problems. Should have some kind of shortcuts somewhere. Let's see what they are bringing. Wood, gold. Okay, you can't escape gold. I don't know. I'd probably try a road here, maybe. Or something like this. Anyway, what he has in barracks isn't that bad. But there's only, okay, 7 minutes to peacetime. I do know. Not a lot of recruits and not a lot of weapons here. This is definitely not a peacetime base. So we are looking at Cytla again, it's even worse. Oh man, 7 minutes to make 30 bows. Might not work. I doubt it will. Martin has... Yeah, okay, this is better. 30 with quite some weapons already, and iron is fine as well. Not too much of iron. You'll have about 35 probably at this time, but it's fine, I guess. Pretty compact base, by the way, so it should kind of work. I don't have to worry about Martin, I think. Just a few towers, maybe, just in case. Let's see, Stefan. Definitely the best from his team right now, right? At least when the peacetime armies are concerned. I don't like the layout that much, but it's quite a bigger base. Well, okay, it's not that bad actually. Yeah, you can see the separation works pretty well. With the woodcutters on the left, fans on the right, a leather prod somewhere here. It's not too bad. The only complaint I have is that it's very vertical base. But right now, with all the shortcuts, it seems like it's... I mean, when the barracks were built, you could see a big traffic jam here. This is funny, by the way. Look at this, 4 woodcutter guys planting in a square at the same time. But anyway, you can see no traffic problems. Yeah, I think this is a pretty nice base. Pretty scary leather production too. How many? 3. I believe he should make 1 more sawmill and 1 more weapon workshop. Maybe even 2. Could be interesting. So yeah, so far Stefan and Martin giving me most hope for the left side team, while Jeronimo, yeah, Jeronimo pretty fine as well. He just needs a lot more recruits. But Cytla is so pretty bad. He tried to go normal, the only guy from his team, and like you can see, this layout just simply doesn't work. Like, just look at this base, they are pretty organized, this one as well. They are working, this one is not. The ridiculous distances, waste of space and poor planning are leading to the fact that he is lacking quite some stuff here. Iron and horses are fine, but He'll have about 15 ladder on peacetime because of not having enough weapons, and he's not likely doing anything to repel this. I'd do the same thing like Stefan does. Make one more sawmill and weapon workshop. Okay, trying to get to the end of peacetime with some knowledge about everyone's army, so let's go. You can see this is on a whole other level. Cochise has pretty nice army, 30, 49, and this is pretty nice. Let's see Jachu. Whoa, Jachu, I'm sorry I doubted you. I shouldn't have, definitely. The iron could be a bit better, but then 12 horses and 32 leather, not too bad at all. Okay, Max B, it's pretty similar, slightly worse than Jachu, few less horses, and prepare to be blown away by Maxi. Oh, it's not blowing away, but still pretty good. Uh, so who's better, Coaches or Maxi? Coaches, Maxi. Coaches, Maxi. Coaches lacks some recruits. Maxi has a few more packs instead of swords, so yeah. And Maxi has also a little more wooden weapons. Okay, so right now, quite unsurprisingly, I'd say, it seems like the right side has a lot more troops. Cytla has screwed up his game, and I don't see there's much chance for the left side to win this. And there's probably not much more I can say about it, really. Oh, so yeah, this is a usual peacetime break before 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 we start the fight. Still waiting, there's not many players ready, so I'm guessing this will take some time. Like I said before, this should really be a formality, judging by what we see in the barracks of the right side. They have plenty and they have no weak points here. So unless the left side has some sort of plan, maybe sacrificing one of the bases and going to attack all in on one front. But they can't really do this, they don't have horses, they only have slow melee, so this will be very hard to do. They could be extremely lucky and catch the enemy in some kind of a tight spot, but it's kinda hard to say. Oh. Still waiting, okay. Something starts to happen. Ah, come on. He has a bit more than that. Really? Okay, this is weird. Hopefully it's not something shady. Still, even if he would go watch replay, it wouldn't help him too much. Okay, so if that's any consolation, he did quit TeamSpeak for that 1 minute. Anyway, we're right after peacetime. In the meantime, it seems like Cytla has made some weapons, so it's not that bad actually right now. Yeah, I should be fine. There's still plenty, about like 17 animals that he's not gonna be able to use right now. Okay, very important thing. Let's look for W roads in Maxi City. Well, I see none. Sorry, Thunder. So yeah, maybe let's try to do something more important. Let's see how good is Cytla with scouting, because he's the only guy in his team who can do this. No warnings this time, at least to the left side, I think. Everyone has... Wait a second, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plans? Okay. So right amount of towers. Okay. Cytla trying to scout here. This is pretty nice, but I'm still pretty confident that the right side scouting will be much better. When you have 4 players with horses, it's probably a bit easier, you know. By the way, okay. This is kinda interesting. I rarely see people making towers here. Still, would be probably better to make them there, but it's way too far for him to reach it. Let's see how they're scouting. Pretty sure they're gonna scout a bit and then they'll try to attack. Whoops. Wasn't the best move. The left side will be the defending one anyway, so theoretically they don't need that great scouting power. Okay, Max is alone here. Interesting. And if they move right away, this might be... Yeah, but they're not gonna do this. I believe they should though. They don't see a lot, but... Yeah, that's the problem, they don't see a lot. This is quite a big map though, so we could try to use the advantage. And they probably think that Max B has all his army here. That's the problem. If they solve this, they'll go right away. They still might go. Still, I wouldn't want to be the guy trying to attack Maxi. I'll make an honest opinion and I'll say that I don't believe Martin and Cytla can defeat Maxi even 2 versus 1. But we'll see, I guess. Problems I'll be talking about, but oops, sorry. Just checking the microphone. on stream. Which of these players? Uh, I probably need to work on the microphone after the stream. Sorry about this, guys. Try to make it a bit better. Maybe I'll try something more. I can't make it to silent. But okay, let's try this. Okay. So quite expectedly, it seems like the left side goes into defense. I think they should try something like this. Martin goes up and oh, look, it's kind of what they try. But I don't think they'll do it the right way. Look, they're trying to block this. I think they might try to okay, interesting, but it's not gonna work too well, I'm afraid. Jeronimo trying to scare off coaches, but he needs to remember how fast Bowman can kill a pikeman. I'm not sure if he can scare coaches off so easily. And okay, interesting. Seems like the Polish guys will be attacked by Jaro and Stefan. Well, I don't think they have that great position to do this. And there might be a problem here as well. Okay. Mexicans should definitely attack here. Martin is backing away in a really bad way. Okay, gonna try to focus on two fronts. Okay, this is gonna be caught immediately when they want. They should do it right now with horses, maybe even. Jaro is backing away and Stefan going to the bottom, realizing the problem on the bottom. But strangely enough, Mexicans don't catch. They just caught a small unit from Cytla. Okay, the chances of the left side become even slimmer. Strange, they didn't catch it. Maybe Mex didn't have enough troops to storm attack in that area. You know, it's pretty annoying to have only pikes. I kind of despise this tactic because it's quite hard to initiate any kind of fight without ability to storm attack, for example. Not to mention the lack of horses in their team, which makes it very hard to... Well, you really just can't move faster than the enemy, and you always be slower. You can't attack, you can only defend. Because you can't really initiate an attack with these troops unless the enemy makes a terrible mistake. So yeah. It's interesting to see what will happen next. Seems like Max is trying to surround the Polish players from the left bottom. He doesn't cover the fog. Not quite sure what's happening here. Or here. This is pretty strange. Ah, okay. This is Max's. think they're waiting to be attacked. Both of the teams actually. There we go. Jaskinia's forces initiated an attack. Oh, there's plenty of horses, by the way. So they're going in. Rambo horses are here as well. Okay, so now Cytla lost the ability to lose any horses. Not much happening on the top right now, strange enough. I'm not sure what Cytla is trying to do here, by the way. Pretty strange fight here. Rarely see something like this. But quite a nice idea to try from the bottom. Even if it's not working too well, I think the right side might actually lose there in a while. There's a chance for this to happen. No, but Martin does have a lot and he really doesn't use the bowman in a proper way. I don't know what Cytla's doing with his troops, by the way. But Jaskinia uses a lot here. I think his troops might have been called accidentally. He doesn't have a lot. This is strange. Okay. Hopefully the mic is better now. Okay. Still, well, the right side has more here, but now Stefan attacks from the top. Jeronimo is fighting two players on his own. Pretty interesting. He might win there, actually. There's plenty troops left for the left side, and Stefan has almost all of his troops here. This is strange. Yeah, but so far it seems like the left side is winning. Not here, of course, but you can see they have a chance. If they can protect these bows here, then it's really good for them, because they have a lot of bows. Now they should go back, by the way, because if this joins the fight... Yeah, in the meantime you can see Jero chasing these troops here. Jero is winning here, but it's gonna be hard to get this killed. He can kill Jachu's for sure, but I'm not sure if he can kill Poch's bows as well. Let's see the situation here. They should go back. Come on, guys. Cytla is sleeping. I'm really not exactly thrilled by Cytla's performance today. Definitely the worst fighter in his team, at least this day. Stefan is doing a pretty good job. Jeronimo, I'd love to say he's doing a good job, but I think he was a bit lucky. That's just it. Oh, and by the way, this is interesting. Oh yeah, but he has so many balls, he doesn't have to care. Why doesn't he attack this, by the way? Huh. Oh, this might be a problem too. This is quite a mess, what's happening here. I didn't expect the right side to lose so many troops. But Jero is making some strange choices, he's gonna lose this all soon. Might pay off though, cause if you lose that many bows, then you're not gonna be too relevant later. The problem is the left side doesn't have any bows left. So it was probably a good call to try and kill as many from the right side as possible, even despite the fact that he's gonna lose his own ones. Oh, now Mexi attacks here. I'm not sure what's happening here. Okay, might have some kills, but not more than one probably. Not even one. Exactly. Okay. Jeronimo will have to go around the mountain, but it's still... Save the troops for later fight. Might have to go around, but he'll bring them back. Strange enough though, he doesn't have... Something's wrong with his city. Gold. Okay. Wasn't too hot. 100 serfs! Whoa. And probably food is not the best either. When you make so many serfs, should be ready to, you know... to have a bit more food, I think. Not sure what's happening here. But you can see the left side has survived the first fight. I think it should be quite easy though for the right side to just attack Jeronimo here, for example, and it will be GG. The left side can't do much because they don't have that many troops anyway. Oh, this feels like a long game. 15 minutes already. It was quite chaotic first battle. Too fast. Ah, too empty. Okay. Another attack, but it's not too great, to be honest. I think the left side will easily win this. Just look at it. They're not doing it properly. I'm a bit surprised by lackluster performance from the right side. Okay. Maybe the left side will not win this after all. Okay, now they're trying to go to Jeronimo. Another try here. Seems pretty strange from the left side to try attacks like this when they don't have melee and there's so many horses on this front. This is just 3 kills. Now they're trying here again. Okay, seems like the top has invaded Jeronimo. Okay, interesting. Seems like it's G. Like you can see. Oh well. The left side has put up quite some fight. Must admit though, the right side didn't have the best moves today. Happens to the best, I guess. They didn't really have to win this game, you know. So I guess they didn't bother too much. Jeronimo's base is done. These locations are quite campy, but still there's no way they can outspam the right side, and it's pretty obvious by now. The morale of the left probably isn't that great. They're proceeding to attack Stefan's base. quite some army here. It's probably... Like you can see, Jeronimo's base is almost dead, and I mean almost dead completely because it's already dead by the fact that there's not many serfs left, and okay, maybe there's some serfs but there's no barracks. And Stefan's base just got invaded properly, so now they're going for Cytla. Doesn't seem like the left side wants to give up too early though. And to be honest, come on guys, there's no way you can win this. So why make it longer? Jeronimo had so many serfs that killing all of them off wasn't probably that easy. Still trying to win this, but okay. Finally. So yeah, I'm guessing that's it. With 2 bases eliminated and the left side admitting it was GG and Stefan quits. Yeah. So that's it. You'll be able to see the stats soon. I'm just waiting for most of people to start quitting so the stats are more accurate. Wanna lie. Yeah, I don't actually see anything about the rule. You can still see the right side doesn't quit the game. Okay, now they did. Really? What is this? Is Martin trying something strange? Was told him that his chances to make this work somehow are pretty slim. Like if he plans to send the replay, well, I'm gonna make a screenshot just in case. Anyway, let's quit the game to see the stats. Max B and Max T best kills. What else can we see here? Pretty nice spam, of course, from Martin, Stefan, and Jero, but bear in mind that they had pikes and bows. Max T had something in between, so I'm pretty sure maybe Stefan and Max T had comparable bases. Let's see the other stats, more or less. Max T a bit better stats, maybe, but yeah, so hard to say. Hard to say which base was. I think Maxis was better, judging from the weapons and wares, and the fact that he made a bit more other troops. Yeah, still you can see numbers were on the left side, more or less, but Cytla had really low army, and that was one of the bigger problems for the left side. Still, they had a chance after first fight, but the first fight has made their troop count pretty low, so there was not much of a chance, I guess. Pretty nice base from John as usual, with coaches. Oh well. Nice iron from Maxi. Best ladder from two spawners from the left, and then Martin. I'm not too surprised. They didn't have horses, you know, so it's to be expected. Still, I think Coach's amount is more impressive because he had the most without having one extra piggy, so he had both horses and leather. And this is quite nice as well. Nice spike of horses from Jachu. I'm not sure if he made a second one or just started trading for horse. Hard to say. So yeah, thanks guys. I believe this might have been one of the last streams in the group phase. As for the next games, let me see. The group B, we're still trying to contact RA2 and arrange a game. We have a 1 week. Hopefully the games will be played. And still a situation in Group A. But apart from the problems with RA2 and Cats, all of the other games in group stage were already played. So I don't think there will be many more games here. I'll definitely have a problem streaming at weekend because I'm busy then. So yeah, this might have been the last stream from the group stage. So I'd like to thank you for watching this with me. Sorry for the little mistakes with microphone. Try to fix it next time. Speaking about the next time, seems like the Group C winner face roll will play against the Grade 2, and 300 FPS will face RA1 in the playoff stage. It's still not known what will happen in groups A and B because of these groups having similar situation. One team in every group didn't play any games, so nothing is known apart from the fact that B and D Star are most likely to advance. If the games are not played, they advance from the first place, I guess. So yeah, I guess that's it. Thanks guys for watching me today. Hope you enjoyed this. And next time you'll see me, I'll be streaming the quarterfinals for you. Might be some pretty interesting games with the best of the best teams. I believe quarterfinals might not be that interesting yet. But the semifinals will be definitely pretty good. The most likely thing to happen is probably Beat versus Ista semifinal and Faisal versus 300 FPS. But to be honest, it's not sure. Anything can happen, so I guess we'll see. Okay, so yeah. Thanks for watching us, and see you next time. Bye bye.